The time came, I was even more engaged in worldly things and pleasures. I knew I got lost, but I was hooked. Growing up with an Adventist family, I thought I was secured with the truth we have. However, I was also aware that I wasn't really taking the truth by heart. I was not living it. Despite that, I still take time to actively participate in the church. I could say that I've done a lot of good works, whether in the church, school, job, and family. These thoughts blinded me, and I realized I was doing everything for myself, pride, and not for the Lord. Even though that I am very zealous in somehow serving Him, I don't have a real connection and time with Him. I even don't have personal devotions, especially I don't have enough deep knowledge with our doctrines. And that's when I realized that I am really a hypocrite Adventist. And I even don't have the burden to win souls for Him. The time came, I was even more engaged in worldly things and pleasures. I knew I got lost, but I was hooked. I was struggling to go back to God, but the more I struggle, the grips of Satan becomes even tighter, that I thought I was helpless. I was really sinking deep in sin. And that's when I try to ask and pray and challenge God, Lord, help me to do your will and not my will. And I'm so tired with my life and plans now. I know that you can use me. Please let me do your will. And that's my prayer. Eventually, I focused on a career that I got interested in. I encountered a lot of challenges and trials, but with much hard work, I acquired more finances. Later on, I became financially stable. I felt I've reached the peak of success. However, thinking of my insufficiency in this career, at least I've thought that it was really God who helped me achieve such success. Eventually, greed arose in my heart that I wanted to acquire more. I was still in faith, active in church, and even sometimes support missionaries, but I was divided, half-hearted. Time passed by, I was swallowed up by the world that I need to make a radical change. I quit my job and went home, seeking and longing for God. With all the free time that I had, I read the Bible, spiritual books, and watch Amazing Facts prophecy series. There, my heart was stirred and ignited by Christ's love. I knew He is working with me. One time, God provided a way for me to heed an invitation, that is to attend a youth conference. There, I get to assess more of my spiritual condition. I was able to seek counsels. I became more acquainted with the work of winning souls. After that life-changing conference, I decided to commit my life in His service. As a result, I encountered a lot of oppositions and misconceptions from my family and the church members. And I realized I need to be equipped. I need training. So that's how I determined to enroll at PAFCOE. Coming to PAFCOE, my finances were already draining to the point that I needed to apply for scholarship. I experienced being poor, that I could not pay my tuition. Before, I pity missionaries, and that time I felt I was already on their shoes. However, that's the moment I realized that security is not about having money in my pocket, but it's about having God in my life. At PAFCOE, I learned to fully rely on God. He provided just in time that when I surrendered to Him. From the training, I really enjoyed and I was blessed in every bit. I grew more spiritually. I have things to unlearn, and I got a lot of things to learn. But most of all, I've learned how to speak and to share the gospel. I realize that the true wealth is bringing precious souls to Jesus' feet. I've come to realize that I have a lot of time, money, and opportunities wasted in the world on which I regretted. I could have used them for the Lord's cause, so I would want to make it up again to God. He saved me. Now that I graduated from PAFCOE, and that God invested so much light in me, I therefore offer my life to His service for the rest of my life. There is no other duty that is so urgent today. Now that Jesus is really nearing, by God's grace, I commit the rest of my life for Him. I am willing to give up myself, my resources, my everything for His work. This is Gherrie Jacosalem, PAFCOE Batch 15 graduate, and I commit my life to God and in His work till Jesus comes. Thank you and God bless.